Okay, I got that thing on 10 degrees, plus or minus a degree. It's only a visualization. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pop off the cap. Now, here's wire number 1. Okay, so it's just to the far side of the screw. That's where the rotor should be pointing now if we did it right. If we did it wrong, it should be pointing at its companion cylinder. Do you know what a companion cylinder is? Let me show you. That's your firing order 153624. Okay, so then you rewrite it like this. I don't mind writing in this book. So it's 15. 1 and 6 a companion, 5 and 2 companions, 3 and 4. So if 1 is on compression, 6 is on exhaust. When it comes around, say 2 is on compression, 5 is on exhaust. I'm just picking these randomly. But this is opposite to that. Both these pistons are up at the same time, except one's compressing and one's finishing its exhaust stroke. Okay, those are companion cylinders. So if you get this out 180, see your car number 1's here, but if you get this out 180, instead of the rotor being here, it'll be here. So if you install it 180, when you go to crank the car, you're going to fire number 6 on an exhaust instead of firing number 1 on a compression. So, which is a little easier to show you if I was putting the distributor in, but we're not doing that. Okay, let's move on. Okay, we need a plan B. The back screw is stuck on the distributor cap. Today is not the day to take that out and drill it. I need this car in 2 days, 3 days for a swap meet. So I'm going to have to show you on a different distributor, but you'll get the idea. Okay, let's take a look at this. Similar to what you have, Ruben, but different. Works on the same principle. It's basically just a magnetic switch, on and off. Okay, this one right here, you can see there's 8 of them, so it's an 8-cylinder. You have points, meaning not ignition points, meaning they come to a point. Okay, basically what you're going to do is, this is why I wish I had an HEI distributor in front of me. You're going to figure out where you want number 1, which they have here between the 2 screws right here on the 6-cylinder. I'm assuming the vacuum advance is going to be somewhere down here, so opposite to what it is. With the cap on, mark the side of the distributor housing, right where cylinder number 1 is. So if this was your distributor cap and this is the post for number 1, just mark it right there, because that's where you want to get your rotor. Okay? There you go. So you're looking for, oops, we gotta raise you up. Okay. So we're looking to get the rotor right on this position, on this particular distributor. Same would be yours, roughly yours too. Okay, hopefully you still left the wires on the car. I forgot what it looked like. If you did, it'll be easy for you to figure out what on the cap what number 1 is. They used to show in the pictures, at least I remember them, where they always showed on the drawing where the terminals were in the HEI, and I can't seem to find that in these books. I use Motors books and I use original books, you know, original OEM books. But for your cars, I have the Chilton's book. I really don't care for Chilton's books too much. They're very vague. It's like they reprint the same thing chapter after chapter after chapter. They never really give you the information on how to actually fix a car other than changing the spark plugs and how to put Bondo in a car for some reason. Okay, so we're going to assume this is number 1. Okay, you already marked it here, so your goal is to get the rotor to the point here. Okay, now on the bottom you're going to have a drive. You're going to have the gear, the drive gear, but you're also going to have a drive for the oil pump. That's going to probably make it a little more difficult for you, Ruben, to understand how that works. You're also going to understand when you drop the distributor in, as you drop it in, it's going to turn. Okay? See? You got helical cut gears. Okay, so as it drops in, it's going to turn. So if you're holding the distributor in your hand, and you have it right there, and you're holding the vacuum advance roughly where you want it in the situation to the block, when you put it in, it's going to turn. Not that much, about that much. So you're probably gonna have to pop it back out, and then you move it a tooth or so, then go again. What's probably gonna happen at that point is it's not gonna go down all the way because the shaft for the oil pump will have already moved. So what you're probably gonna have to do is you look down in the hole and you go down there with a flathead screwdriver and you just tweak it a hair. Which way you have to tweak it, you're gonna have to determine that looking at it. But when you get it down in there, okay, and you have this, you have the rotor pointing roughly to where your mark is, very close, not like this, not like this, right around on the money, okay? You have the motor set at 10 degrees, not 0. You have this thing approximately where you want it. You have your rotor in the position where you feel it should be. You're going to look down at what you have for points instead of these square tops. Okay? And if you could see, I'll use a little pen, it's perfectly lined up with the square on there. Okay? What you're going to do is you're actually going to turn it towards the advanced way. You're going to turn the housing. Okay? So you're going to turn the housing using this as an arrow. You're going to follow in that direction. And you're going to turn it till the tips of your points just miss. Like that. Like I said, yours are sharper points than that. I don't know. Can you guys see that? Whoops, I'm going too far because I'm actually holding this into the camera and doing this through the lens. Okay, so that's lined up. We can see that. That's just off like that. Okay? With it just off like that in the advanced position. Okay? Tighten down the distributor. And when you fire up the car, you'll be very close to the timing. You'll probably be off within 2 degrees. So don't set it up to top dead center at 0 and line these things up, because then as soon as you start to crank the car, you're going to be out there playing with the distributor, fiddling with it, trying to get it right. The car's going to start up. It's going to run like duty. This way you're going to be very close to on the money. And that should be it. And then you just have to put the spark plug wires on in the right order. Okay, you have to know which cylinders are which, and in your car it's in order: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And your distributor turns clockwise. Okay, so you're going to start with that cylinder number 1 that you picked as number 1, and then you're going to go 1, 5, 3, 6, 2, 4, and double check. Don't put them on this way. Don't go 1, 5, 3, 6, 2, 4. I've seen people do that. I know Pontiac motors spin backwards. I've fallen into that trap. That should be it. When you fire up that car, then you're just going to do a final timing of it. I know I've done it where it's pretty much on the money, but I know this is going to be your first time, and I'm not actually showing you on an HEI. I'm actually going to, from Rusty's got a couple of HEIs, he's going to bring one in for me tomorrow. So I'll probably update this part of it on the HEI. I mean, I could draw basically what it looks like. They just look like little points. There's little points around. But the whole point is you have to get like I said, I don't mind drawing on the book for you, Ruben, not this one. But you get a point and a point. Okay, this is going to be a circle, and this whatever going around. Okay, you have to get those 2 points just past. So you're going to be looking for this, and you're going to be looking for this, because when those 2 pass, that's when it fires. So when you pop your distributor cap off, you're going to be like, oh, I know exactly what he's talking about. Unfortunately, in my eyes, this is a half-assed video because I can't get my distributor cap off, and I don't have an HEI one in front of me. But if I give you the basic concept of it, you can call me on the phone while you're doing it, and I'll walk you through it. And it'll be a piece of cake.